are Hoop Central, and this is our second list of the NBA's most insane vertical jumps. Now, the mere name of this video shows you that we have gone over some of them before, but the views on our previous video show us that you guys just can't get enough of the best NBA vertical jumps. And honestly, I don't blame you. Is there anything like watching a superstar touch the sky? Nope, I don't think so. So let's get right to it. You asked for it, and we've got it. Even more are the most insane vertical jumps in league history. Victor Oladipo at 42 inches.
Attacking. Alley-oop. Crowd win.
Still, or, rise up over a defender and shoot him. Of the strength of the Julius.
You know what's a huge shame? The fact that Victor Oladipo never became the sort of NBA star he could have been due to injuries and a few trades. That's such a pity because the guy could jump. Just get a look at this 42-inch vertical that he showed off in the prime of his career.
Going down.
Because of his ability to soar, Oladipo was a dunk master and left jaws on the floor with some of his fancy moves. Imagine what could have been had he only stayed healthy. Man, that would have been something. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, smash that like and subscribe button. It keeps the content coming and helps us continue to create great NBA content. Now, let's get back to some guys that can jump. Clyde Drexler at 42 inches. Now it is time for us to talk about Clyde the Glide. A list of amazing vertical jumps wouldn't be complete without him. Unfortunately, some modern NBA fans might not know just how special Clyde Drexler was. But you need to put respect on the man's name. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a 10-time All-Star, an NBA champion, and a member of the 75th anniversary team. Oh, and he could also launch himself into the sky. His 42-inch vertical was easily one of the best of his era, and it still stands the test of time all these years later.
Drexler just exploded on the wing. Drexler came from out of nowhere.
Even people who have only watched today's crop of superstars can be impressed by Drexler. His lanky 6'7" frame made his moves and his leaps even more impressive. It was a sight to behold. Julius Erving at 43 inches. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call the doctor.
I think with the doctor, yes, he's got it. Here he comes.
The one and only Julius Erving is a big dude. At 6'7", there weren't a lot of other NBA players during his time that could rival him. The guy had unquestionable basketball skills, especially when it came to lifting off and taking flight.
Here he comes. Doctor looks for daylight with meaning. He took. Here he goes. Julius Erving on his approach pass to the takeoff. About 12 feet from the basket. Look at him.
With a reported vertical of 43 inches, Erving had no problem launching his body toward the basket.
The basket goes up
And like other dudes on this list, what made it all the more impressive was the fact that he didn't even break a sweat when he was flying high like this. Look, we all know Dr. J will be in the history books for many reasons. But his incredible vertical leap is one of the most impressive things about him. Erving made a few monstrous slams during his career, but if we are talking about the best dunker of all time, we absolutely have to mention Vinsanity. That's right, the next guy on our list is Mr. Vince Carter. Has there ever been a dunker quite like him? Let me answer that for you. No. But it's not just the razzmatazz and dramatic flourishes that made Carter's dunks so sensational. The height he reached was also amazing. At 6'6", his 43-inch vertical is considered one of the best of all time, and it allows him to do things like this. This wasn't the only instance of high-flying theatrics, though. Again and again during his whopping 22 years in the NBA, Carter literally flew over the heads of his opponents. Our next dunker might not be a Hall of Famer, or next to Dr. J in the lengthy history books of the NBA, but the dude can ball and has been remarkably consistent during his career. Let's talk about Pat Connaughton, who has played for the Portland Trail Blazers and Milwaukee Bucks during his 9 years in the league. And along the way, Pat has caught some serious air with his wild 44-inch vertical lift.
Baseball player. Let's go, Pat.
This number was recorded during his time in the 2015 NBA Draft Combine. Since then, he has lifted off and dunked multiple times, but it's hard to tell if any of them once hit that 44-inch mark again. At the end of the day, the exact number he is reaching these days doesn't matter. The bottom line is Connaughton can get up and everyone knows it. Not too shabby for a 41st overall draft pick. Hey, let's do a guy who's still in the league today. Canadian wonder Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins was chosen as a #1 draft pick in 2014, and some people have said he hasn't lived up to his expectations. I don't know, a Rookie of the Year trophy, an All-Star appearance, and a championship ring say otherwise, right? Regardless, you can't argue that Wiggins has the ability to lift off. Get a look at Air Canada catching 44 inches.
Wiggins goes by drops the sledgehammer!
Successful challenge by Steve Kerr and the Warriors.
Say what you want about Andrew Wiggins, but no one is questioning he can really leap. Whether he's playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Golden State Warriors, or his new team, the Miami Heat, Wiggins has wings built into his sneakers. Wiggins has made a few monstrous dunks in his career, and we just can't seem to get enough of it. He doesn't get talked about enough, but Jason Richardson had a pretty consistent basketball career. Did you know that during his 13 years in the league, he didn't average double digits in only one season? And it happened to be his last. And he was close with 9.1 points a game. Yeah, Richardson was legit. Oh, and did I mention he had a 46-inch vertical? Well, he did. Take a look at this. Richardson had a motor in him, and once he got moving, it was impossible to get out of his way. When was the last time you thought about Dennis Smith Jr.? I'll be honest, I don't blame you if it wasn't recently. After his strong rookie season, Smith kind of started to fade, and by the time he left the league, putting up 6.6 points a game in just 18 minutes.
Nonetheless. Wow, speedy Smith all the way in for the two-handed jam.
But that doesn't change the fact that he has perhaps the most amazing NBA vertical leap of all time. I get it, that's a bold claim, comments. Go ahead and let the arguments begin.
Okay, it's nice.
Hey, G.
It's nice.
Look at him changing hands.
48 inches. You heard that right. Dennis Smith Jr. had a record 48-inch vertical. For a dude who is 6'2", that's incredible. Heck, for a dude 7'2", it's incredible. Yeah, sure, he might not get talked about as much as Vince Carter, Julius Erving, or anyone else on this list, but Smith was like a rocket ship. He would absolutely blast off without warning.
Here's Smith.
Look, we all love a great three-pointer or a smooth layup, but nothing really hits the spot like an NBA star jumping like an Olympian and finding the basket as the crowd goes crazy. I don't know about you, but I will just never get tired of looking at the amazing vertical leaps of these stars. Thank you for joining us for our second list of the NBA's most insane vertical jumps. Put in the comments below which one you think is the most insane. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you get the latest content right when it drops. Until then, we'll see you next time.